Hi guys, this is Go Time with Showtime. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, hit the subscribe button. You're a returning subscriber like always, guys. You know how we do. Today we're going to do this story about Ryan Speakman. Now this story right here, and what Mr. Ryan did was very ignorant. And I say that because this officer right here did something that he really shouldn't have done. Now, we all have been hearing about things that officers have been doing, not doing, using their better judgments when it comes to apprehending suspects. So guys, before we get into the story, like always, I'm gonna roll the clip and we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about it. So I'll see you guys here in a sec.
Report may be upsetting for some viewers.
There's growing outrage over the police officer who released his dog on a black man who was surrendering.
Do not release the dog with his hands up. Don't. Do not get the dog off of him.
Their drama begins as the Ohio Highway Patrol chase a truck driver who they tried to pull over for having a missing mud flap, but he failed to stop. At one point, he does pull over, but with a state trooper training his rifle on the truck, the trucker hits the gas again and the chase is back on. Spike strips finally bring the truck to a stop.
Come to me! You know one bit!
The driver emerges with his hands up. Then, despite repeated warnings,
Don't release the dog. Do not release the dog with his hands up.
an officer from the local police department releases his dog.
Do not release the dog with his hands up. Don't. Do not get the dog off of him. Get the dog off of him.
Get the dog!
The trucker's screams are chilling. A woman state trooper clutches her hands to her face in apparent disbelief. The trucker is put in handcuffs and given first aid.
Nobody's trying to hurt you. Just let a dog bite me.
All you had to do was stop, brother.
I did stop. I don't feel
20
safe.
miles ago.
I did.
The driver, identified as Jadarius Rose, was taken to a local hospital for treatment. Critics of K9 units say this is not an isolated case. This Salt Lake City man told our Lisa Guerrero that he was bitten by a police dog when he was on the ground with his hands up.
I'm on the ground. Why are you biting me?
The officer has pleaded not guilty to aggravated assault. And this man said he was bitten on the neck as he was on the ground in Lafayette, Indiana. The officers were cleared of any wrongdoing by a special prosecutor. We showed this latest video to Brian Higgins, assistant professor at John Jay College of Criminal Justice.
Maybe if he took off and ran, you would deploy a dog, but while he's in the process of complying, going to his knees.
Hi guys, welcome back to Start That Story. Here it is. Officer Ryan did not obey the other officers that was telling him not to unleash this dog on Jadarius Rose. Now, I don't know what could have been going through this officer's head that made him do this, but as you see in the video, he was all over the place. It's like people was talking, but it was not getting through to him. I think this officer right here is an untrustworthy officer. He needs to be disciplined for what he did. And he needs his job taken and that dog taken away from him too. Because if he could act this way in front of all these officers, and probably some out there was more superior than him, telling him what not to do, and he just ignored everything they said, this right here, he shouldn't be wearing that badge. They say they reached out for him to talk. He's not gonna talk because he's not stupid. He know what he done was wrong. He know he acted in a unhumane way, and I think honestly race has nothing to do with this. This right here is a crime against humanity. this person probably could have been any color and he would have did this. I think he has authority issues. It's like his title have went to his head that he think that he's above the law. I feel sorry for what happened to Jadarius Rose. I don't know why it took him so long to stop this truck, because he was, for whatever reason, he kept driving and not complying at first. We don't know. But when he did stop and complied with these officers, he was on his knees, his hands up, and this officer took it upon himself to let this dog loose after repeatedly being told not to do this. So Mr. Jadarius was not a threat at this time. He was complying with the officers. He was surrendering. The only thing needed to be done was somebody needed to go up and put handcuffs on him, and that was it. It would have been done. All the extra stuff that Mr. Ryan did was uncalled for. And I honestly think he's a messed up person and he shouldn't be on the force. Now, a big lawsuit might be coming on the way out of this, and he should. Now, as for Mr. Ryan needs to be stripped from all titles. He no longer needs to be a part of whatever police department he is at, because he is uncontrollable. And how can you keep letting a person work that you can't even control when you say something? Everybody at that scene was stunned for what he did to this man. That lady cop, she couldn't believe it either. The man cop, he had to ask people, did he not hear me tell him not to do this? In which they come in, you did it multiple times, so they know you heard. He heard them. Because if all of them can hear him, he heard him too. Like I said, he just wanted to do what he wanted to do. Maybe because for whatever selfish prejudice thing he has going on with him, that he wanted to do this. That was his reason. And I look at it like they should go back and look at everything that didn't happen with a dog bite in it. Because if he was so easily to let this dog loose and attack this man, this is not his first time doing this. He have done this multiple times and multiple stops for his own fun and fucking gain, because he's just a sick fucking individual. He's a sick person, and he do not need to be a cop. Guys, let me know how you feel about this story. Remember, like, share, comment, and subscribe, guys. And I'll see all you back here in my next video.